Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
Ah,
Do you know what that
Simpsons.
Simpsons? Yeah, I love how you both said it's The Simpsons when it's not The Simpsons. It's Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, which they read on The Simpsons. Yes. But everyone can hear, what's his fucking name? He plays Simba's father in The Lion King. James Earl Jones. Yeah, you said the name of the character.
All right, let's give it a spin.
The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy. Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
You know, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child will be living in poverty.
Right.
You should shell out. That's what they say.
You know what pisses me off the most about shitty music videos, man? Not even shitty, they get away with it in like the big budget ones as well. They do a clip of like the singer, and she's wearing like bangles, bracelets, earrings, like fucking 100 bits of like clothing that just make noise.
Yeah.
And she's in the studio singing, and she's like fucking bouncing around at the mic.
And he's like, shut up, bitch.
Dude, no one would ever fucking do that in a real recording situation.
No way.
And they're like crying, or they've got to smoke, and they're fucking like, they're dancing while they're fucking doing the recording.
Yeah.
You have to sit like still.
Yeah, no, when you're recording,
You'd be
man.
comfortable, but you got to sit still. And in these music videos, they're like full like swaying and singing, and like just shut up, man. Like it's fake.
You tell him, Dimmy.
No, but I'm a stickler for that shit because like
But you've
it's
been
like,
around it.
It's like my other pet peeve when
Something else that irks you? What is it?
No, the same situation. It's when they shoot a music video of like a band or an artist playing guitar or something, and what they're playing doesn't sync up with their fucking hands.
Yeah.
As in, like,
you're like,
like the melody's like some fucking little riff, and they're full strumming it.
Yeah, it kind of like ruins the whole experience for
Or
you.
they just stop and they start singing, but the music's still going. Look,
how?
if you can't play guitar, then don't pretend to mime to one in a fucking music video. No, I'm not even joking, dude. I hate it.
I feel.
Just want to say welcome to HQ, boys.
Oh, boys,
yeah.
this is sick. And
We should put it out there. We haven't tested the sound quality of this thing yet, other than our elaborate setup. Look around you, man. It's carpet.
It's so us.
Oh, but if it works, it works. That's how it is, man.
That's pretty good. So, welcome to the
we'll
first...
explain to everyone who hasn't caught. Fuck, it's hot in here, man. We should have brought that little fan.
Really? I'm feeling quite nice.
Yeah, because you've been sitting outside having a fucking smoke the last 30 minutes. Have you seen the engineering the shit around you? You're quite nice. Like you've just strolled up in your bathrobe in your slippers. You know what I mean?
Hey, boys, 2-week anniversary today of my sobriety.
Good work.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Sobriety from what, man? Everything?
Marijuana, alcohol, crack, you name it.
Crack.
Yeah, you haven't been hitting that sweet puff?
Nah, no sweet puff.
How do you feel?
No magic eraser.
I asked you yesterday, but how do you feel?
I felt good last night at the barbecue that Nicholas Troman put on, but I'm feeling just so good, man. I feel fucking...
You know, I was thinking about this guy after I got home, like about the Barbie. Like, you were like a rat, just like never seen food before in your life.
I was throwing him stuff off the barbecue, like a test.
I'm just sitting there asleep, like, it's Barbie, man.
Oh, so good.
You serious?
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Mixed with Jimmy's homemade tzatziki. Fuck, that was so delicious. Oh.
It would have been better this morning, because I told you, because I was working on the website last night.
Yeah, I had 3 spoonfuls this morning.
You actually had 3 spoonfuls?
Yeah, I put it on Instagram. I was literally sitting there with my coffee, and I was just having spoonfuls of tzatziki.
With coffee?
With coffee.
That's disgusting.
And
Greeks don't do that. No one does that. Turks don't do that.
No one?
No one.
I'm hardcore, dude.
Why would you eat? No, like I can eat tzatziki like that, but no one would do it for breakfast with coffee.
I did. You should have my breath. I could just taste the garlic.
Yeah, it was like 5, because I knew that it wouldn't set properly in time. I added more. But that's the thing with tzatziki, dude. That thing, like, you use it as an accompaniment accompaniment, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't need it straight.
but
Not me.
You know what though? But it's good for you. A bit of garlic.
Oh,
you know.
dude, it'll kill everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always that, and that will last for 3 weeks.
Just man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's good.
You have to eat it like tomorrow. No, it'll last for a couple of weeks at least.
Just eating it like ice cream for dessert.
Make sure you just leave it in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the fridge.
Leaves in
I'm not that much of a bogan, Jesus Christ.
Did we have the discussion before about tomato sauce in the cupboard or the fridge?
No.
Oh, we haven't. But
we haven't.
It has to go in the fridge.
Absolutely. I know
Yeah.
people that put it in the cupboard.
My girlfriend leaves it in the cupboard, and I'm
No.
gonna go, like disgusted.
No.
No. It's sauce.
Fridge.
It's got to go in the fridge.
It's gotta go
I
in the
agree,
fridge.
man. Totally.
It's going to go in the
100%.
fridge. Like the ziki, got to be in the fridge.
Jimmy, he's looking at us weird. What's
You got
your
it in the
thoughts,
cupboard.
mate?
I'm not looking at anyone weird. I'm just looking at him because I know you're going to look at me. Because whatever I say is going to be wrong.
You keep it in the cupboard, don't you? You
No,
filthy
you
animal.
put it on his shelf.
You filthy animal.
You buy it, right? You buy, say, 3 bottles, and you put 2 in you put them in the cupboard, and then when
Yes.
you open one up, you put it in the fridge.
Oh, he stockpiles his sauce.
No. If it's unopened, you can put it in the cupboard.
Yeah, if it's unopened.
unopened.
Yeah, of course.
But if it's open,
Same as
it's gotta
mayonnaise.
It's got to go in the
Who
fridge.
wants warm tomato sauce on a fucking hot snag or something?
Johnny's missus.
Why miss it?
Why would you do that?
Oh, I don't know.
The best thing is when you're having a pie, cold tomato sauce on it, and it just mixes in beautiful.
Do you know what though? She looked at me like I was an idiot when I put it in the fridge.
Nah.
She's like, "No, it doesn't." I'm like, my jaw was open. I was like, "Are you serious?"
I'm sorry, Johnny's missus. We're with Johnny on this one.
Imagine how many relationships have ended just because of little trivial shit like that. Like little shit like that. Okay, let me ask you a
You
question.
stupid bitch.
You know how like literally say
in the fridge.
standard stock rotation is like an everyday concept, right? Like you buy old milk, you buy milk, and then you finish the first bottle of milk before you open the second one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
He just
know.
keeps buying fresh milk. He just leaves one bottle
Half.
there. 1987.
It's all half filled bottles.
He's like, oh, we need a bigger fridge. We haven't got enough room. He's got like 100 pure milk containers. There's nothing in any of them.
No. What he does is he just like
There's a
builds
tree growing out of one of
He
them.
builds a little fort with his little milk containers.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's
know what I
got
mean?
stock rotation. I feel.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the rotation.
You can start it early.
You can top shit up, right? Like from container to container.
Yeah.
Like if you've got instant coffee, you can put old instant coffee on top of the new one.
because you're going to use that first.
Nothing's going to happen. Like
Plus, it's coffee. It lasts for
It's
ages.
freeze dried coffee. Yeah. Can you do that with milk?
No. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Because I'm really iffy with old milk. Like, even if it's like on the day, I can't drink it.
Same.
Anxiety
It's
is
just glug, glug, glug down the thing.
panic attack.
No, you're right. I won't drink it.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
Just because it's best before, it's a suggestion. But this guy sees the day. He's in the fetal position in front of the fridge at 2 a.m. because he had a panic attack. Went down for a snack. They find him. The doors open. The lights just hitting him. What happened? The milk. The milk. I drank the wrong milk.
The old milk.
But it's still in date. No.
Yeah. I was going.
No. I do the same, man.
Yeah, no, I'm very
If it's
iffy.
on that day, I won't drink it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I find it hard, especially if there's like this much left. And you're like,
It's that smell to it.
Yeah.
No.
And you just know.
On the day,
Musty
I don't have an issue with it. Like, okay, it's fine today.
You are disgusting. You make me sick.
Hang on a second. This is coming from the guy that was trying to salvage a snag that fell on the ground in this guy's backyard.
Can I steal another snake?
And I said to him, dude, there's plenty of snags. Like, relax. You don't need to eat the food off the floor. No, man, 2-second rule. And you're like blowing it. Then you contaminated the plate that you put it on.
And then threw it over the fence.
Then you're questioning, you're like,
Wait.
should I throw it over the fence?
Wait. The snag fell off the barbecue, and before it touched the ground, it was in hot flames. So that kills everything. And you put it back on the barbecue, the flames are just going to kill the germs. It's all
You
right.
didn't put it on the barbecue. You picked it up off the ground and you put it
but
on
I
the plate.
tried to put it back on the barbecue, and you guys are like, no.
Yeah, because you're going to contaminate a new fucking...
That's what I'm saying. There's so much fire and shit. It's going to kill anything. Relax, boys. It's all right.
I love how you're fine with that, right? Where you're outside. That Weber, anything could have happened to it. Like, in the ground, like, whatever. But you won't drink milk if it's on the same day. This thing has been, like, pasteurization has been going on for like 200-300 years. Nah. Like, it's going to make me sick.
If it's the 24th,
It's disgusting.
and if the milk finishes on the 24th, I'm not doing it.
To me, a little bit of dirt off the ground is much better than congealed, dirty, old, smelly milk.
But it's not old, man.
It is.
the
If it's on the date, that's old. According to me.
So in other words, you'll get milk and just scull it the first day.
Yeah.
This guy. The Johnny.
You have to buy a fresh batch like every day.
Nah, not that bad. Just on the date. Nah. Throw it away. Down the sink.
So many wasted bottles of milk, like at your house. So much waste.
So many squeezed teats for no reason.
Squeezed what?
Teats.
Squeezed teats, cow teats.
I got to say, man, driving back to, you know what happened this morning when we got here? Because this HQ was around the corner from SAE, where I went to audio engineering, and I'd said it when we were driving down here, when we passed that tuck shop. I said, oh, that's the tuck shop that I went to for like 2 years. I parked just out the front of it, like in the gates, pulled up, jumped out, went in, and it's the same owners, like these Greeks.
Did they have the same food that you used to get as well?
The place looked a bit like amped up.
You know what?
But the same shit.
They are packed every lunchtime.
Yeah.
Packed.
Making a killing.
Yeah.
They always used to give us like, they'd let us cut in on stuff because they knew what our orders would be, and like they knew we only had like half an hour for a break or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I walked in, I thought, I wonder if it's the same owners. And it's the same owners because it's the same exact skeleton staff. And if you go in there, it's all these like older middle-aged Greek women. Or like Mediterranean, like, do you know what I mean? They're the same, like all the aunties, sisters, friends, like they're all the same heads working there.
Yeah.
And the one like that served me, she just looked at me. I walked in, I'm like, oh hi, I catch a large latte, whatever, 2 sugars and a vanilla slice. And then like I was just staring at the place, like it looked exactly the same, man. And she's like, you all right? And I said, yeah. I go, it's just been about 10 years since I last came in here. I go, I used to come in here nearly every day. She goes, yeah, I know. She goes, I recognised you when you walked in the door. I saw your face. I thought,
That's
I know
cool.
this guy. I'm like, yeah, man.
That's like
You were at SAE for a while. It wasn't like...
2.5 years.
Yeah, man. So you're going there all the time.
That's like Peter and Frida's Cafe in St Kilda.
What's that?
It's in Kilda.
St Kilda Road, St Kilda. Peter and Frida's Cafe. I used to go there with my dad when I was like fucking like 8, and there's still the same in there. It's like,
Yeah?
Peter and Frida.
Frida.
yeah, man.
Was it just a regular cafe?
Yeah.
Any good?
Friends of my dad's like used to always go in there. They used to make me like a Greek salad with steak and shit.
Sick.
Yeah, man.
Steak.
Yeah.
For lunch.
Yeah.
This guy living the life,
Steak
man.
sandwiches. Like, you're fucked.
Okay,
You're
then.
fucked.
This guy living the life, man. Well, that cafe, little tuck shop thing, that's shut down so many places around here.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had one right next to us at work.
Really?
Yeah, across the road, and like Adam's gone
How long did that one last?
for a few years.
Yeah.
But he just goes, I can't keep up anymore. And plus, we had a factory shut down around the corner, so that hurt him a lot.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we had that's a good 20, 30. It was a small factory, but everyone used to go to Adam's because he had like hot food, everything. He was,
What do you reckon?
An actual chef.
You know those those little tuck shops you have in like all the factory districts, like the industrial zones.
Yes.
Like it's always like, Maud's fucking food,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's always the same. What do you reckon they make?
Betty's fucking...
Yeah, like how many regulars do you reckon they have every day? How many people do you reckon would walk through those doors every day?
They get quite a few, man.
I'm just
Yeah.
Like I know the one in Carrum Downs is like a massive factory area, and they just have the same people in and out all day, just out the door.
But I would as well. Like,
Yeah.
But I'd get something different every day. But
You have 50 people, 100 people, 200. How many sales do you reckon they make a day?
200?
200, man. Like I'm thinking of Carrum Downs, like that's a giant area, probably 200 regulars every day.
Yeah, and plus,
You reckon there's money in that?
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Think about it, dude. Like, they make burgers. You know how they got them in the Bain Marie?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
sit there with the burger with the white paper?
Yeah.
I mean, they're like $8.
Some of them
Someone's
do
going to
the
want
roast.
chips
You
or
know the ones that do the roast, the all-day
King of the
roast?
roast, man.
Oh, Clayton, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's
cleaned
kills it.
up.
We've spoken about him, I think.
Have we?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
We've rambled on for 9 months.
He's been...
I'm sure we have some at some
Yeah,
stage.
somewhere we mentioned King of the Roast.
Yeah, he's been there for years and years, and he's got great stuff.
Yeah, there was one in Cranbourne that used to do that all-day roast. We
Yeah.
used to leave when we used to work at the race course, we'd leave the race course, go into the strip, and we'd go to all-day roast.
Yeah.
Best thing, man, roast.
Getting a roll with some gravy.
Yeah, gravy.
Oh, man. A little bit of chips on the side.
I actually haven't had one of them.
Except you boys would always get
So
the
I'm just going to rock the...
you guys.
Standard ringtone.
You guys would always go the roast pork though, probably, you filthy animals.
Pork, nah, man. Always get the lamb, man.
Well, normally go the beef. No bacteria on that.
I know you talked about it when we gave you shit about the pork roll, but what is the actual beef with the pork? I don't understand.
The beef with the pork.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being honest.
No, I just.
What's the actual issue with it? Like to you? What were you brainwashed to believe?
All right, I'm going to say something.
What were you
that's kind-
brainwashed to believe?
I'm going to say something that's kind of disgusting. Right?
Is it something along the lines of the
No, here we
goat?
go.
Is it goat story?
No, but it's true. Like, you're asking me the beef with it, right? I'm telling you. If I eat pork, right?
Oh, hang on. Is this a digestive thing? I don't want to know then. I thought it was going to be some sort of fact that
I
was
get a
across
bit of an itchy ass.
Really? Like,
If
seriously?
I eat pork.
Really?
Yeah. And the same thing happens to my old man as well. So it's like,
And that's a genetic thing.
but it's just where our bodies are sensitive to the bacteria.
Okay.
Whereas any other meat I eat, it doesn't happen. So therefore, it tells me that yes, this has more.
Okay, so you get some sort of allergic reaction to pork. You could have just said that.
That would have been just a simple.
That would have been. If you said to me a year ago, I can't eat pork because I get an allergic reaction to it, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool.
But
you went on a fucking high horse as if like we were all idiots for eating pork. The world is like survived on it.
Yeah, but you don't get the allergic reaction, but it's doing troubles to your stomach, my friend.
No, it's not. I'm fine.
Do something to your ass.
I'm fine. I love pork. I'm fine.
Anyway, drop it. It's alright.
No, it's just funny because you could have just said I have an allergic reaction to it, but rather than show some sign of weakness, you went the other way as if like we're just idiots and you're smarter than everyone because there's something in the pork that's ruining life, like ruining civilization.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
you're all fools.
He's looking at people going, "You filthy animals."
He's
You are
going to descend
disgusting.
from a throne like he's what's that guy from that He-Man, the Avengers of the universe. What's it called? The Master of the Universe.
Skull.
Yeah, that's
Grey Skull.
Yeah, like he's going to come down like on the throne. Fools! Because we eat pork and he doesn't.
But his cape's made of pigskin. He's got a pig's head on his He's got a pig's head on his.
That's what I'm picturing. I swear. It's
Fools!
Like it is.
You can see it. You pictured it, didn't
Yeah,
you?
pig skull. Yeah, I can see it.
Fools!
Before what I was saying about going back about the HQ thing.
Yeah.
Like we've moved everyone. We're in HQ. It's South Melbourne, not Port Melbourne.
South Melbourne.
South Melbourne. You
Yeah,
said
I made-
fucking Port Melbourne.
I ended up 3 kilometres away from where I was
Sorry,
supposed to be, and I'm
Bobby.
like, boys, I'm lost, help.
Sorry, Bobby.
The little boy from Gully's lost in the big city, help.
In the big smoke.
In the big smoke.
I love how I was asleep driving here.
Dude, I drive here every day like this. Oh, my eyes are like.
And my first thing was like, oh, Albert Park's blocked off probably because of the Grand Prix or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's navigate.
Go around.
Yeah, I went around down Farrar Street and then like, you got York and City Road and all that. I'm like, nah.
Because you know it like the back of your hand.
Yeah, I was like half asleep.
Yeah. Before I got into the actual city, I'm just like so happy, like dancing,
Can I
singing
just
in my
correct
car.
you quickly? This is not the city. This is it's not a CBD.
Kind of is.
Dude,
It's a
it's
suburb.
nowhere near the CBD.
It's a suburb.
I can see the buildings. I can see the buildings. That's a city.
You can see the buildings from Noble Park, man.
Then that's a city.
It's
No, I'm kidding. But I was so happy. I was like dancing in my car. Then I got in here and I
Down
was
the
just
beach.
like, and down the beach, I'm just like woo, tapping on my wheel. And then got in here and I'm just like panic station, started sweating and fucking.
he got closer to Bay Street and he's like starts the sweats.
Biting his nail.
I think this is where I'm meant to be. And panics fetal position.
Lord help you. You ever had like appointments in the city like on a regular basis? You'd be fucked.
When
Like
Maps-
Little Lonsdale and like things like, where the hell's that?
Flinders Lane, like the top of Flinders Lane, Spring Street.
Yeah, when Google Maps took me off Bay Street, I knew it was wrong, but I just continued to go with it, and I'm just like getting more and more nervous. Like, oh,
You
I'm
thought,
going the wrong
maybe
way.
it's taking me another way.
Yeah.
That's everyone's first thought.
But then I started getting further and further away, and I'm just like, nah, this isn't right.
And you started getting to the building, like the factory, big. Yeah.
That's when the sweat started.
Do you reckon are you comfortable to come back here now?
I'm good now. I'm good.
Ends up in Coburg. Like, where the hell am I?
Rosanna, just out that way, man. Alphington.
I think I went the right way. Like coming off Nepean Highway, I went left at Glen Huntley Road. Is that the best way? Because that's the way Maps brought me.
Yeah. So that's the way I go to work. So because I live
Glen
in
Huntley to Marine, and then
Along the beach. You went along the beach?
Yep.
Yeah, but did
Through
you go
St Kilda?
all the way through the beach?
Yeah.
Through Morty, everything?
No,
or did
no.
you go? Okay, so you went Nepean Highway.
All the way to Glen
So
Huntley
what
Road.
you need to do is, all right, you need to go.
Turn off at Morty at Beach Road.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
And just go straight. Brings you straight down to Port Melbourne.
Yeah.
That's one road.
Just depends what time you go, because at
Yeah.
that time there's
Yeah.
all the school kids.
So
and
another
families.
way is like, go down and then turn off at Nepean Highway, whatever. Go straight down Nepean Highway. You can turn left at North Road,
Oh, okay.
which is probably
Which is
easier for
after
you.
Glen Huntley.
No.
Oh no.
Before.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You'll figure it out.
It's after Centre Road, but you turn left and then you turn right onto Beach Road and you just go
Yeah,
straight.
cool. I'm such a fucking noob.
No, you'll get it, man. It's not don't listen to your maps, man. Full of lies.
Maps is full of shit. You know what, man?
Full
I've
of
got a
lies,
big beef with Google Maps. It will always send you to the toll road no matter what.
Absolutely. That's how they make money.
even
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah. By
shorter-
default.
Even if it's a shorter distance without the toll road, they'll send you to the toll road. I copped when I was going to your house.
Do you reckon they get a kickback?
Don't know. But
Probably,
that,
like a little-
that
yeah,
first
for sure,
time,
for sure.
the first time I ever drove to your house, I knew how to get to the vicinity, but you know, once you go in the inlet, it sort of shuffles you around a bit.
Yeah.
Like, as in, it's not, you don't just live off the main road. Like, you're in the community sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I set it Google Maps just so I get an idea. I think I want to know how long it took, according to Google Maps. Mm-hmm. And according to the maps, it was sending me all the way down Prinny Highway to the East Link.
Yeah, no.
And then around, I'm like, Springvale Road is just
there.
I can literally just go straight down the back street and I'm there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why would I need to make like a big fucking hook turn?
It never gives you the easiest.
Yeah.
Springvale Road's just as good as the East Link for getting like all the way
but
down to
it
like.
wasn't peak hour traffic. When I came to your house, it was like 10 in the morning. It wasn't like peak hour. There was nothing iffy about the time.
I reckon they get a kickback for sure.
Man, it's
just like, oh,
every
do this
time it
and
says this requires tolls, it's like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Think about, do you remember when we were kids and all the sat-navs came out for the first time?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
if you had a sat-nav or something, it was like a different unit. It wasn't just a...
Yeah.
Remember how, like, everyone went nuts for Google Maps? Like when those navs came out, it's like...
Every car had it.
every car had one, someone had them.
Inside a lot of
Now
theft.
it's like the standard, it's a standard app on your phone, yeah?
Yep.
But does anyone else use... What were they called? Remember they had those navs? They had... All the cabbies used to use them.
Like Garmin,
There's
Garmin was one.
Navman.
Navman. There was
TomTom.
TomTom. That's the one that all the cabbies use because it was the...
Oh, TomTom.
TomTom was the one that sort of revolutionised
Yeah,
it, made it more user-friendly. Like, it wasn't just a big, scary app. It was like, you know... Now, who the hell uses any of them? No one.
Do you reckon they've gone out of business?
Well, you don't need to. Like
people
Maps
still...
is.
A lot, you know who use them? Because Google Maps isn't the best. It's rudimentary. Like, it does the job.
Road trips?
I know, yeah, a lot of guys that go like forward driving and hiking and shit. I know
There's still
they
a business for it.
Yeah, they've got sat navs and shit in their cars.
Let me do some
If you
research
look
to
it
see
up,
how much it actually costs now.
But-
when back in the day, this cost like $500-600.
Yeah, because my old man had one in his car, and he got it upgraded and installed, and he needed me to upgrade the firmware. He's like, oh, it says he needs to do an update. I go, yeah, go get a USB, blah, 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 blah. But you think about it, like Google Maps is just as good, especially if you're in a city.
It's
you know
just as
what I
good.
mean?
It's just as good. I actually have a Garmin at home, and it's a little bit older, and Maps kills it.
Why would you use
Yeah.
a standalone device that you need to install?
And you have to actually plug it into your computer to update it and
Yeah,
shit. Like,
you got to take out of your car to put in a computer to update.
Yeah.
But when you can just use your phone, and it's like, yeah, it does it.
the phone would have killed the business of them big time, I reckon. Yeah.
Do you reckon SatNav or TomTom got cutbacks because that industry died? the way the farmers want cutbacks?
No.
So the new TomTom Go, smarter and faster than ever. So new updated everything. And apparently it's like so realistic that it's real time, like proper real time.
You don't even need to leave your house. It's just, yeah, this is the journey you're going to take. You can watch it on TV.
Starting from $329. But see, if I could understand that because not everyone wants to chew into their data as well. 'Cause the maps choosing data.
Yeah.
So if you have one in your car, if you're always driving, then yeah, I'd say. But if you're,
I know my car, the Statesman, like it's 2002 model, that had like, I think they were one of the first ones to come out with inbuilt satellite navigation, and it was like this extra you could get put on. You remember that?
Wait, what model car is it?
2002 Statesman.
Yeah, mine's 2003 and mine's got the nav system.
And it had like
as
this
well.
big like thing you could buy, and it would like go in, like hang on the side of the dash, and
Yeah.
So I think that was like one of the first ones.
Nah, they were worth a mint, man.
So I've got one in my car now, so I don't even have to. Like, but she's a dumb bitch because
She's a dumb bitch. Talk to her like she's an actual
Stupid
person.
scrag.
I swear, because sometimes exactly just like Google Maps though, it sends you another way, and you crack the shits, and then it's like every 2 seconds.
I'm telling
The
you,
good thing is, the good thing, like it does tell you to go the toll link like first, but it also gives you an option to choose from like 3 different ones.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I know, but dude, we're talking like a couple minutes.
yeah,
And even like driving, like when I want to go to Doncaster or like the northeast inner east suburbs, it will tell me to take the East Link. Like even if there's a minute
Yep.
difference, take
Yep.
the East Link. Dude, that's an extra $12 I've got to slap onto my, and
a
it's
minute.
more kilometres.
Yeah.
The only reason it's quicker is because you're driving you're not taking taking roads with lights. You're taking the freeway.
I mean, really, it should tell you not to take the toll roads to benefit the driver.
Yeah.
right.
But mine in my car, it says I can pick the option of avoid tolls.
Yeah, that's Google as well, man. But I'm just saying, like, I looked at the difference, and it was like, to get to Doncaster Road and like where Shoppo is, let's just say, it'd be like 37 minutes via Eastlink or 38 minutes via Springvale Road. Like, what the for a minute?
What do you want me to do here?
And there's variables of traffic and whatever. For a minute and $12, I think I know which way I'm going to take, man. Okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Fuck off. And it's more Ks. That's the other thing. It's at least 5 to 10 more Ks. You're just going quicker. That's why it's quicker.
Yeah,
See, that's my conspiracy thing. I reckon they're getting kickbacks.
I reckon.
They're getting like kickbacks. From
I've always
something.
thought that as well, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why? Why would it have it like that? Other than like,
some guy's getting his car broken into.
Could not be the Statesman.
Is it?
Nah.
Have you got an alarm on there?
Sounds like a fire alarm or something.
I love it. We're 25 minutes into the first episode at the HQ and we're like getting evacuated.
Go.
The Marines are just going to kick the door down, just fucking blitz in.
Are we going to hit up the beach after here or what, boy?
I got shorts. I listen to you like an idiot.
No, we'll lift our shorts up to our knees and we'll go paddle in the shallows.
What, in the fecal matter?
Yeah.
I listen to you like an idiot. Because I walked outside, I went downstairs to get something, and I'm like, it's a bit chill, a bit fresh. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then you said, you're wearing jeans. I'm like, yeah, maybe I will. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll go to the beach. We'll go there for lunch or something.
The only reason I wear jeans, though, is because of my skinny legs next to Nick's.
He loves my legs.
Nick's big stumps.
You love them, don't you?
Oh.
You're fucked.
Not only are they large, they're well-shaped.
I love it. I'm walking up the stairs, he's like, look at those calves.
Yeah, I was walking behind him, and it's just like every step you take, it's just like flex. I'm just like, damn, I wish I had those.
You're gonna end up like Johnny Drama from Entourage, where he's obsessed with his legs because he goes, he's got genetically impaired calves. Doesn't matter how much he works them.
I'm probably gonna have to get implants in mine.
Don't you dare.
He wants
Calf
to get implants.
I'll take you in with me, and I'll be like, I want his. Do me his.
He actually looks up.
And they make a cast of my calf.
Yeah.
They make the cast and stuff, and they put it towards your calf, and you're like, yeah, we're going to need this many milligram and this many...
Imagine how ridiculous it would look. Your son calves on my body.
Have you seen those cuts with the
Hilarious. Oh, God.
Just massive calves, this guy.
Have you seen those guys?
It'd match my biceps, though.
Those wannabe models that get all the plastic surgery to enhance, like
the dudes?
Fake pecs, fake, like, glutes, fake legs, like, all that shit.
I'm lucky I don't need that for my torso. I've got quite nicely defined.
Well, you've got quite a defined torso, and you're...
Just my legs, man. It lets me down.
I'm talking about other people, man.
Oh, okay, sorry. Go on.
You're so vain.
I bet you think the song is about you.
No, seriously. Have you seen that? He looks like a fucking freak. Like, he's fucked. He's got the whole
It just doesn't look
face.
natural, does it? It's like
Everything
really
about
squared
it-
off and
yeah,
like...
it's all squared and chiseled.
Yeah.
It's like, can you imagine even touching, like, fake pecs and fake glutes on a guy?
Nah, that's fucked.
I
It'd
wouldn't
be
want to.
fucking weird.
Feel my silicon. Like, what?
Yeah, but then it's like, I've spent over $250,000 to do this. Where'd you get the money for this, man?
Yeah, buy a house.
Yeah.
That's
Seriously.
A wog would say, like, what are you, stupid?
Yeah, but you see those fucking articles.
Yeah, it doesn't look that good, though.
You see those articles all the time. I'm obsessed with plastic surgery, and they just keep getting, like, just procedures done 24/7. Did they have any friends that just turn around and say, dickhead,
Stop
you look
now.
like a fucking freak, and you're blowing my money?
Dude, that reminds me of that guy. He spent I think about that much, 300,000 or something, to look like Brad Pitt.
He didn't look anything like
He didn't look anything
and
like
the
him.
other guy wanted to look like Beckham.
Yeah. And it's just like, dudes, come on, dudes. Come on.
Look up the guy. Hang on,
I'm on it.
Google the guy spent like $1 million to look like David Beckham, and he looks nothing like him, man.
But he thinks he does.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm finally done. How good do I look?
He doesn't.
No, you don't.
He doesn't. He looks like... Do you know what he looked like? He looked like Carl Williams. He looked exactly... He looked like a hipster... like a hipster version of Carl Williams.
How is that David Beckham?
I swear to God. He looks
got
like
like-
Carl Williams. Like...
He's like chunky with like pretty eyes.
Dude.
How is that?
Dude, you do not look like Beckham. I'm sorry, man. Stop.
Dude, I'm not even joking. I'll have to put it up for the...
Can you look up the Brad Pitt one as well? Because I want to see that again. Because I remember, I haven't seen it in ages, but I remember at the
That
time.
looks like him. Like bad.
Yeah,
That's
it does.
him.
It does.
That's him. I'll add him into the graphics of the...
Another just funny side note, my best mate looks exactly like Carl Williams as well. I'll show you boys after.
Really?
Yeah, dead set.
Carl Williams.
Carl Williams.
That's mad.
He does, man. He looks exactly like him.
Twin brothers.
Who had?
So try and look like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, twin brothers that tried to look like Brad Pitt. Oh my God.
They don't look anything like him.
Do you want them to see what they used to look like? Can't believe it.
They look the same.
Yeah, a bit of an enhancement.
No, do you know what they've had? They've had spray tans and they've chiseled out their jaws.
And they've smoothed out those acne scars.
Yeah, that's it. They've gotten rid of their acne and they've chiseled out their jaws and
They look
noses.
like they should be in like a scar band.
Dude, how do they get rid of the acne?
Scar.
How do they get rid of? Is it just like this like plastic that just goes over or something?
Acne.
Like
Just skin grafts and, you know, a lot of
that makes
hormones
me-
and stuff.
Makes me weak at the knees.
Because, dude, you get acne for different reasons. Like, it's not necessarily, because you eat a lot of chocolate or some shit. Like, I never got acne because I ate chocolate.
That guy, one of the twins, looked like Sergio Ramos, man. That plays for,
Yeah, he does.
for Real Madrid.
He
Hang on a
fucking
second.
does.
Johnny, you...
He does. He actually, yeah, he does.
I got lucky with acne, dude. I never really got it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
At all.
It depends what sets you off. Like with me, even today, I'm 32 years old, I normally don't get acne. But if I have caffeine, yeah, it's him, dude.
He should have just said him
Yeah,
going for
yeah,
Sergio
yeah.
Ramos look.
Yeah.
Sergio Ramos is cute.
Dude, caffeine and alcohol?
He is, man.
What is wrong with you, man?
He's cute. That
Are
long
you
hair.
sure you're not like...
No, I'm not.
Do you swing both sides, or...?
I can just appreciate a nice jaw structure. Go on.
Caffeine and alcohol makes me break out.
Okay.
Like, I always knew it. Every time I'd go out with like my cousin on a Saturday night and we'd go clubbing or something, and I would drink, I'd wake up at his house and I'd have breakout like somewhere.
Did you guys get it through high school? Like the
I was
years?
lucky.
I didn't either.
No, not really,
Like,
no.
one of my mates got it bad.
You know what I'd get? I'd get like a big one every now and then.
Yeah, just one.
here or
So I was
one
the same. I was exactly
but
the
nothing
same.
like, you know why though? I didn't eat a lot of like shit food when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah, no, there wasn't copious amounts of junk in my
no,
house.
we never
My
ate
mum-
like Maccas and all that kind of stuff. We'd have Maccas once, like, you know, like after karate, like as a treat.
If
or-
that doesn't always set it off, it can just be
If you
hormones,
follow,
right?
True,
if you
that's
watch
true.
like if you watch interviews and shit, or read like interviews of like models or health nuts or like, you know, lifestyle coaches and stuff to combat acne and things like that, or like to keep your skin looking clean, it's always just drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Eat a lot of fresh
Cleanse.
fruit, drink a lot of
Cleanses.
water, just to keep revitalizing your system. Because you think about it, if you like, literally whatever you eat goes into your body, right? Your body, it has to be a temple of some degree. Like you can't just desecrate it.
Mine is now. It never has been, but it is
But that's
now.
what I'm saying. Like, you know, once you like what you put in is gonna affect it, man.
and
Like,
you'll reap the benefits, man.
yeah, if you eat shit food, your stomach is gonna go to shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you don't gain weight. Maybe your body compounds it differently.
Inside, you just
But dude,
fuck though.
your arteries will be blocked. You just be fucking rotting away. Like, you know.
I hope not.
No, you're on the road to repair.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
You'll
Like,
repair up.
it's common sense, man. It's like that's the thing.
And you'll put on weight.
You get these dudes. You get dudes that like literally, you know, will eat. Dude, these dudes will literally eat whatever they fucking want, like just crap, right? Like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, I'm not fat. I'm fine. But then they go, like, if you go to put regular unleaded in their cars, they fucking lose their
like,
mind.
what are you doing?
What are you doing? You need V98. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you trying to destroy the engine? It's like, what the fuck?
You smoke 2 packets a day.
Yeah, you smoke 2 packs a day.
You eat pizza.
Yeah,
You know,
breakfast.
for breakfast.
Yeah, but they get
Wash
funny.
it down with a bourbon.
They get
But-
funny if you
yeah.
add like.
I've done that so many times.
But they don't want, you know, unleaded put into their fucking VS
That's what I'm
Commodore.
saying. People are fucking retarded.
I'm kind of that guy, but I'm not anymore. It's all right.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong. If you're
I'm not having a go at you, man.
No,
I'm
no.
just
If
saying-
you're
I'm
saying
talking
if you wake up,
generalities right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that water over there, did you bring that in today?
Yeah, why?
Can I have a sip? I promise I won't touch my lips on the tip.
I can have the bottle because I got a bottle of Maximus.
Dude, I've got all these waters downstairs.
I'm just going to hold it up and tip it into my mouth, all right? Like a fountain.
Dude, have it here. Don't worry about it.
I just wanted to like rinse my mouth out. It's fine, dude. Here.
I literally had like 3 sips from it, man. I've got a liter of Maximus.
yeah, I don't want to
here,
take your water there, that's all. I just
man. I've got a liter of Maximus. Don't worry about it.
Actually, you left this one here last week, the Coolridge. You can suck on that.
Oh, thanks. So I get the tepid stale water from a week ago.
Actually, take
this
this
is
back
like-
and I'll have the Coolridge.
This is actually like 3 weeks old.
Is it? Who
Yeah,
cares, man?
it's just
water.
been sitting there, yeah.
Little stagnant, it's all right.
Nah, but I used to drink water out of a tap, man. I don't care. Out of a garden hose.
Out of the faucet.
Mate, if there's water, I'll drink it.
I just,
Water
I'm
everywhere.
gonna
Let's all have a drink.
I'm going to like segue like to something completely
Yeah.
different.
Segue.
Because this pissed me off. I was actually going to forward it to you. I saw it yesterday. I was going to forward it to you guys in the thread. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to wait till I actually see you guys and we sit down. All right? Do you know who Marie Curie was?
Marie Curie.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
No.
Sounds very familiar.
Okay. She won. She was Woman of the Year. Right?
Yeah, I heard on the news.
I think it's Glamour or whatever. She was Woman of the Year. She won a Nobel Prize in physics in 1903. Yeah, with her husband and some other dude as well. She's the only woman to have won multiple Nobel Prizes. Yeah, she won one in 1911 for some work in chemistry. Yeah, she was Woman of the Year in 1903. She discovered polonium and radium, and she founded the concept of radiology.
Smart bitch.
Right? Yeah, like machine, right? 1903. So like 112 years ago or whatever. Do you know who Woman of the
Makes me
Year was?
feel like a dumbass.
Do you know who the Woman of the Year was like 2 years ago?
Can I guess? Was it Betty Cuthbert?
No.
I don't know.
Pauline Hanson.
Nah. It was Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh yeah. Dude, I knew
glamour woman of the year.
I knew that.
The glamour woman
That
of the
shows
year.
you. That shows you how much society's just depleted. Yep, totally.
Quick question for you.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Quick question
Not even
for
a
you.
woman, you idiots.
Quick question for you.
Not a fucking woman.
Did
It's a man.
he get the chop?
Did
I
he?
actually don't know.
I don't think he did.
But
Well, then that's not woman of the
I
year.
saw it in a meme.
I think he's still pre-op.
It's not the physical aspect. It's the way of life.
Oh,
Dude,
my
I saw
God,
the
that
meme. I
pisses me
saw a
off.
meme go up on the net, and it had like Women of the Year in 1983 was Marie Curie, and it's got a photo of her. Like it says discovered polonium, radium, la la la. Women of the Year 2015. Caitlyn Jenner has a penis.
That's just that says it all. That
I'm
says it all,
sorry,
really, doesn't it?
that's- I'm all for like if you want to change itself, and you know what I mean. Like if you know what I'm trying to say. Like if you want to be who you want to be who you want to be. That's not a
The truth is,
issue.
it's not a fucking woman. It just isn't.
You can't say woman of the year. I'm sure there was a lot of other candidates out there that were
Well,
like,
that's the thing. This is why it came up recently. Yeah, there was a guy. I haven't got. I only quickly screenshotted what I saw. I didn't actually get all the facts, but there was a dude. There was a woman who won. She was posthumously awarded a Woman of the Year by Glamour in 2001 after September 11. Her name was Myra Smith, and she won. She was posthumously awarded the Glamour Woman of the Year award because she was a cop in New York and she was killed during the attacks, and she was one of the 23 police department officers who died in the rubble of like collapsing buildings while they were like leading people to safety. So posthumously she was awarded, Woman of the Year.
Which is fine. That's good.
Yeah, it's honourable. And then her husband sent it back to Glamour because one of the latest winners is Caitlyn Jenner.
Good on him.
Yeah, and he's like,
Because it's a mockery.
was there no woman in America or the rest of the world more deserving than this man?
That's infuriating.
I can only
it's actually not even
guess that it was
funny.
a publicity stunt meant to resuscitate a dying medium, so like magazines, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, he goes, after discussing this slap in the face,
Nick
to
Tissot
the
have a
memory,
picture of-
to the memory of our hero with my family, I've decided to return Myra's award to Glamour magazine. Like, he's like, take
Yeah,
it back.
good on him. That'd be so infuriating for that guy.
don't need it.
He asked whether this was the best they could do at a time when we have women in the armed forces fighting and dying for our country, heroic doctors fighting deadly diseases, women police and firefighters putting their lives on the line for total strangers, brave women overcoming life-threatening diseases, like people struggling. But it's just like...
We're awarding it to someone with a dick.
Yeah, and Glamour, right, a magazine spokeswoman from Glamour said they were proud to honour Mrs. Smith in 2001, like his wife, and we stand by our decision to honour Caitlyn Jenner as transgender champion in the awards. Glamour's Women of the Year awards recognise women with a variety of backgrounds and experiences.
It's not even funny. It's infuriating.
Have you seen some of these memes on Caitlyn Jenner?
I've seen a few.
Have you seen that one?
1977 Wheaties. No.
And then no nuts.
2015 Wheaties box with no nuts on the thing.
That was him. Obviously, he was an Olympian.
Yep.
Far out. And this is one you've seen that one for sure.
Yes.
Play with your vagina for the first time.
What? Where?
And he's doing the orgasm face.
Oh, that face. Yeah, that's
And
funny.
then it's got one here. This is the best one. It's Kanye West saying, "Time to take baby north to see grandma and Tranpa."
Trampa.
Grandpa.
Anyone who says I'm not a lady can suck my dick. It's just...
Dude, do you know what? Do you know what set? And when he won the award, she won the award. She won the award back like a year ago, or whatever. When she, it says here, Jenner presented with her award last week. Said at the time that she would love to see a little space out there in the world for people to self-identify as who they are. And the hardest part about being a woman is figuring out what to wear.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. And then that bird, Rosa McGowan from Charmed,
Yeah.
she came out and said, Woman of the Year, not by a fucking long shot.
Connor.
Yeah, and she goes,
It's true, though.
Caitlyn Jenner, you do not understand what being a woman is about at all. You want to be a woman and stand with us, well, learn us. We are more than deciding what to wear. You know what I mean? Like, we are more than stereotypes foisted upon us by people like you. You're a woman now, we'll fucking learn that we've had a very different experience in your life of male privilege.
Exactly.
No
exactly.
shit. The hardest part is to figure out what to wear. Even I wouldn't say like that is so fucking...
It's like a slap in the
demeaning.
face to all women as well.
Yeah. It's like, imagine like that's the thing, man. Like, and you know what? We've said it before, and Prince Arthur actually said it to me, like 6 months ago when he was commenting on our, he was saying something about our podcast, and he laughed and he goes, "What's funny about you guys is, like, you're clearly three dudes with like, you know, ideologies a bit like with guys and like you guys, you're men.
Three dudes with big hugs. Yeah,
That's exactly what he said, and then we went back to work. You fucking idiot. He came up to me, complimented on us on our penises, and then walked off.
Nice, yeah.
Boys,
But he said that we're funny. He said we're funny because we're very pro. Like we're liberalists. We're very pro equality.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we
big time.
did that episode. I think it was after that episode when we talked about what would make the perfect alpha male in regards to like all we did was gush over like random pin-ups from the 90s.
AKA Ian Somerhalder.
Antonio Banderas and I wet my pants. You know what I mean? I lost my shit. Like on the money.
Yeah, still don't agree
So
with
that's
that.
funny. And you know what? It's true, man. Like we're liberalists. We're liberalists and we're equalists. Like we want equality. We don't want one way or the other way. It's equality. Everything should be fair.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And even us, even with our like chauvinist sort of opinion, sometimes we were just taking a piss and we're just joking around.
Yeah.
We would never say anything as demeaning as the hardest part about being a woman is figuring out what to wear.
no way.
No,
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
And
It's
you want to be
such a fucking...
Yeah.
Oh,
Seriously, man.
oh, dude.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Bruce.
Who's judging this thing though? Who's
Go look up the Glamour Award fucking
Woman of the
judges.
Year judges?
Yeah, there you go. It'd be a panelist of estrogen. But honestly, that guy, the Smith, Mr. Smith, the guy who sent his wife's award back, he said it's just obviously just a
publicity stunt.
a
for the
publicity
magazine.
stunt. You know what I mean? Just a gimmick, just to get people reading magazines again. But if you see the list of awards for Women of the Year, it's like 100 things. The best Hollywood leading lady, best survivor, best this. But it's dude, we should do male awards. It's like best tradie, best surfer, best beer drinker, best pub head.
A shaky right.
The shaky right.
And the Shake Your Right award goes to Mr. Right.
Mr. Right.
Come up here, Mr. Right.
Oh my God, I knew it. Just clapping.
I get the best right in the business.
Seriously, yeah, no.
Best wrist in the
That's
business.
it. How disgusting is that? It's wrong. It's fucking wrong, man.
Wristy right, they call me.
It's fucking wrong, man. I can't do it.
That's really infuriating, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really
It's-
infuriating. It's degrading. It's a slap in the face to men and women, and it's annoying, and it's just fucking stupid.
Like, what gives her the right? What? Because she got plastic surgery and got a pair of tits and changed her face a bit, and like I said before, I'm all for if you want to be who you want to be, go nuts.
Go nuts.
It's taking an
Accidental pun.
Sorry about the pun, but go nuts. Right?
No. It's go nuts.
As soon as you said it, you're just like, oh god.
I didn't mean to. But
Go nuts. You're an idiot.
Your face as soon as you said that, dude.
I just realised what I just said.
Biggest accidental pun ever. That was great.
But that is just taking the piss.
It
like, she could have just changed who she was, whatever, and became just a member of
Everyone's cool with it.
society.
Everyone's cool with it,
Yeah,
dude.
well, like whatever. But don't come out and say stupid shit like that.
While you're receiving an award for transgender of the year.
Like really? Like it's.
When you've got that spotlight to say something really captivating.
Like,
And that's
say
what you say.
something-
That's what you say.
Well done, dickhead.
Say something, for every human being. Oh, what to wear? It's the hardest thing.
Oh,
Bad, man. They're fuckheads.
I'll slap you.
What was I going to say? Actually, speaking of taking the piss, did you see that? I sent it to you guys. That article from yesterday. Ronaldo. No, you sent it to me.
I cracked it.
Ronaldo and Angelina Jolie.
I sent it.
Yeah, I only saw it in the thread go up.
I sent it to WhatsApp.
Yeah. But I cracked it.
It's a movie about him starring as a...
What's he starring as?
It's about Syrian refugees. It's him and Angelina Jolie.
Like, what is he going to play?
He plays a soccer star that adopts
He's
kids.
He's you know what?
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
I cannot imagine that guy acting. I reckon he'd be terrible.
Dude,
He's such a...
Just a pretty face.
It's not just that though, alright? First of all, he's got to speak English. And his English is not great. It's good.
Nah, his English is shit, man.
But it's not enough to act.
I've never actually seen him do an interview in English.
But I'll get to my theory.
He's banging
the troll
Angelina
and Jerry's.
Jolie.
Exactly. He is, because she's left Brad Pitt.
That's the
Obviously,
first thing I thought. He's banging her.
And he's definitely doing the dirty.
Yeah.
She just thought, who could I go after that would supersede
Ronaldo.
Brad Pitt? It's like, Ronaldo's younger, more
he's got
famous,
cash.
just as cute. He's making money like regularly.
Well, they're saying he's going to be the first billionaire now because he's signing a new contract, first soccer billionaire because he's signing a new contract with Nike.
You know what pissed me off about that, man? It's just like they're taking a Portuguese soccer star who's the highest paid, like one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid in the world, and they're taking Angelina Jolie, like Hollywood's leading lady. She was born out of fucking Hollywood royalty, like John Voight.
John Voight.
She's had a silver spoon up her ass her entire life, and then she went out and adopted like a swag of kids, picking them specifically by race and traits. Like she said, I want a daughter that's got blue eyes from like Eastern Europe, like it's down to the T, man.
And I want a black boy.
And now them two are going to take the piss because they're the ones to tell the story of the Middle Eastern crisis.
This is a
Like the
guy.
plight of the Syrian refugee, they're the ones that are going to convey all the emotion and all that sort of shit.
This guy sleeps on a pillow of money. Like, I'm convinced.
Bed!
Just a whole bed, and he's a Portuguese playing in Spain. What does he know about Syria? I know he does. Look, there's some stories that come out about him and saying, like, he's very kind for land.
yeah.
You know, he does. I've seen stuff
Like gives
where
to charity and stuff?
Yeah, I've seen his teammates, like, blow past all these kids, and he'll be the only one to stop.
Yeah.
And, like,
that's
sign,
like Kyrgios.
and,
That's what Kyrgios,
Yeah.
a lot of people backed Kyrgios because the papers only jump on like whatever's controversial.
things.
Yeah.
But outside of that, at all his training sessions, he's sitting there signing autographs,
Always,
taking
always.
photos, like standard. He'll stay back and just take
Especially if
photos.
it's a kid.
And
Like,
they say
he'll-
like he
he'll-
wastes too much time taking photos with kids as opposed to actually training.
Oh, fuck off.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the same with Ronaldo, yeah.
He does a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
But to put him in it's a TV drama, so it's a series. To put him
10
in that,
episodes?
like what?
10 episodes?
You know what's going to be? You know what he's
It'll have that bold and the beautiful filter, like that. Everything's
No,
fuzzy and warm.
He'll be the goat herder on the mountain, just flexing, just flexing.
Oiled up.
He's meant to be like homely and rural, but he just looks pristine, like perfect hair, and
cut
he
up
leaves
and-
one of his studs, like his diamond studs, in his ear.
Yeah.
And you know
Maria.
that smile when he looks up, he
He's
just has that alabaster smile.
Yeah, man.
And he's just walking around in his like Nike shoes. Like kids are like starving, and this guy's walking around like with watch, like Rolex, and
I always said, like, there have been so many movies about World War II and like Hitler and all, and the Nazis and stuff. The best one I ever saw was called Downfall. I saw it like 10 years ago, easy. And it was good because it was actually made by a German production company with German actors.
Yeah, realistic.
Yeah. German production company, German actors, German screenwriters. So it was from the inside out.
Realism.
They didn't go to fucking America, some studio in LA, and find two, like, you know, a Jewish writer and some other dude to tell a story about Adolf Hitler from his eyes, like,
Yes,
out.
yes.
You know what I mean? They went to where the core and did the research and did it from
Proper.
Can you see this movie about Syria? This is what got me. I guarantee you $1 million. The only Arabic you're going to see in that movie is people yelling Yalla and Allahu Akbar.
Definitely.
That's it.
Definitely.
That, like, there will be no Arab speaking.
There won't be.
They'll all be British actors with accents. I'm serious.
Bad.
That's what I pictured.
Yeah.
It's like when they did the story of Alexander, you know, with Colin Farrell and Angelina Jolie.
dude, that was the
Full
worst.
circle.
Can I just say that's the worst movie?
I never saw the movie.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my
I actually
God.
wondered.
Dude, I didn't see the movie.
do yourself a favour and don't.
I didn't see. Look, I love the story of Alexander, but I read all the reviews about it before it came, like as it was coming out, and it was just historically and factually like all over the
So
shop.
incorrect.
Yeah, just
Really?
incorrect.
Dude, you know what that made him look like?
Because he was really
just-
short, right, in real life?
Yeah, he was only like 5'7" or
Yeah,
something.
dude, he's a Greek, like, yeah, he's a standard Greek dude from fucking.
Good-looking kid, you know, just like
Dude,
out of
Alexander, right? Like as Nick's saying, right? He was out of like he was born into royalty, yeah.
Macedon,
But
and
he was. Alexander was literally like the perfect being as far as being bred for like world leadership and domination. Like his old man was a king who was a ruler and
Philip.
he was a battler. Like he wasn't just a
he'd
Queen
go-
Elizabeth.
he actually
he'd
was
go
on the
out-
battlefront.
He'd go out there and slaughter. Like,
Right?
yeah.
So he was raised from a young age, man. He was like he had philosophers as his teachers, like so the highest form
Yeah,
of
like
education.
Socrates and all sorts of
taught to
people.
think for himself, question everything. He was like athletically, the guy was just a freak, you know, like just trained every day. Like by the time he was 20, he was like king of Greece, man. Like he
Yeah.
was leading battles. And to this day, I said it last time, he's the only undefeated general in history. He has never
Dude.
lost a battle
Ever.
And we're talking, he didn't go to Iraq and drop bombs from drones. You know, like,
yeah,
and
no
then, like,
shit. He was out there.
Came and we conquered, man. Like none of that.
He was
man.
out there with the
He was
sword.
on his fucking horse, you know, Bucephalos, and just fucking charging into the armies. You know what I mean? Like he would turn battles around on his own sword.
Yeah.
You know
When I
what I
went to
mean?
Greece last year, because in Thessaloniki, it's where I'm
That's
from.
it, yeah, that's a city.
And there's a big statue of him in there with his horse. It's
That's
so
cool,
sick.
man.
It's in the
Yeah.
middle of Thessaloniki, and I got a photo there when I was a baby, when I was like 9 months old,
Yep.
and I got one last year as well. As
That's
an adult,
cool.
as a married guy. So it
He's a
was,
married old boy.
yeah.
But that's what I'm
cool.
saying, right? Like like that story was all about like just sacrifice and all this sort of shit, yeah. And then I saw the Alexander story, like from the movie, and I was just reading about how it was all over the place, factually.
Factually, yeah.
And I looked at the cast, and they've got Angelina Jolie as his mum. She looks younger than Colin Farrell does.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And she's got a Russian accent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is there any Greek spoken in this movie at all? It's about the biggest Greek symbol, like, of all time. And there's not a single word of Greek. Like, well done, dickheads.
Yeah.
Dude, he died at 32, our age. And he already took over like a quarter of the world.
How did he die?
Sick.
Malaria.
Something like, yeah.
He went from Greece through Persia, Asia Minor, got all the way down to Egypt, and died in
Dude, do
India.
your geography, like go through countries like Iran, Iraq, Egypt and all that. Places that are called Alexandria. Are the places
they're
that
still-
they're still places. Egypt, Alexandria.
Yeah, Alexandria.
He
got all the way to India,
He named
man.
everything after himself because he just took over everything.
Yeah.
But what a mad dog.
Yeah.
Like imagine you conquering stuff calling it Johnny.
Johnsville.
Alexander was really progressive in the ways of he ventured out and he drew a lot of criticism from the old world, like the old Greeks, because everywhere he was really big into Persia and like the Middle East. And as he went across, like further in from Asia Minor, Persia, all the way down to Egypt, he did a lot of things like adopt formal attire from like the Persians, the Indian. Like as he kept going, he
But
just
out
kept
of respect though as well.
Yeah, he'd basically he'd move in and it'd be like, well, this is who we are, this is how we do shit, how do you do shit? And if he was met with violence, then he returned in, like, violent in kind.
Yep.
But at the same time, his formal courts and proceedings, there was a lot of just mutual respect to, like, you know, whoever he was with. And, like, his attire started looking more Persian.
Yeah.
A lot more, you know, Middle Eastern based, and it drew a lot of criticism from back in Greece. Like, what are you doing? It's like, mate, we've got to adopt, we've got to adapt, and we've got to evolve. Like,
I'm guessing there was none of that in the movie.
Dude, his battle record. It's actually got it written down. His battle record.
that's mad.
Dude.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a movie called Alexander. I didn't see any Greek actors on the main bill. Or anyone that... Dude, Angelina Jolie had a Russian accent through... Like, are you
They
serious?
probably never spoke in Greek, right?
But that's what shits me. You watch, like, Bond movies. They don't do it as much now.
Shaken, not stirred.
They don't do it as much now, man. But every time you watch a Bond movie or some sort of fucking terrorist movie or something, the Russians are speaking English with Russian accents. The Germans are speaking English with German accents.
Yeah.
The Arabs are speaking English, and all they ever scream is Allahu Akbar or some shit.
Yep.
Yalla. Like, that's it. That's all you ever hear.
Why not make it realistic?
Do you know why? Because I think they feel that people are too dumb to actually read subtitles.
To read something.
Are you out of your mind?
I'd prefer that. I would way prefer that.
How much better is it?
Way better.
When it's
Makes you feel like you're
other
in there.
language.
Yeah, dude, way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
How about setting a fucking scene? Like,
Let me read this to you, Johnny.
Read me.
Alexander's immediate legacy was introduction of the Macedon rule to huge new swathes of Asia. All right. At the time of his death, Alexander's empire covered 5.2 million kilometers and was the largest state of its time.
Jeez
We took it
Louise.
Macedon state, under Greek rule, like that whole side of the world. Many of these areas remained in Macedon hands or under Greek influence for the next 200-300 years, often referred to as Hellenistic period. So he spread Christianity as well. That's one of his, you know.
How cool would it be to get like a little glimpse of like some of those battles, like for real? Like just to see.
I mean, I've always wanted to.
Dude, that would
that's
be
what I've always
so
wanted.
fucking cool. We need to make a time travel machine or something.
That's what we're going to do. We hung three carpets.
And we're proud of ourselves. With hooks from the van.
We hung 3 carpets up on a makeshift barrier, and now we're going to invent time travel.
Why not?
There's a whole theory behind time travel, how you'll never be able to, because of the whole time-space continuum, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you go back, then who made the machine, and would you run into yourself? And
Yeah.
what do you reckon with that? Do you reckon...
I don't know. Every time I watch movies about it or I think about it, my mind just kind of gets all tangled up, and I'm just like, oh, it hurts my head. You know what I mean?
I reckon it'd be cool as. It'd be like, oh man.
Just to get a glimpse of one of those battle scenes, like him going in the horse.
Yeah,
And
but
shit.
he was strategic, man. He wasn't just blood and gore. Let's go in and just slaughter.
Well-
he was one of the smartest generals.
Which battle was it? The famous one, was it against Persians or Indians? I can't remember who was going up against.
Was
they had elephants. The opposing enemy had elephants.
Probably Indians, right?
Yeah, they were just tearing apart whoever was on the battlefield. Like, they're like, fuck, how do we get past?
Just storming something.
Yeah, because no one in Europe had ever seen elephants before. Like, what the hell is this?
Imagine seeing that for the first time. You'd
so-
be like, what
and
is
they,
that
they
thing?
had no idea how to take care of them. So Alexander introduced mice. He pulled out mice, and elephants are fucking petrified of mice.
He knew.
He just thought, fuck this. Yeah, released
That's cool as fuck.
mice and rodents onto the battlefield. Elephants
So you win the battle with something so small.
Yeah, look, it's even got maps of what his strategies were. Phalanx was like.
Yeah.
So he's a super smart dude
It was just strategic.
and a battler.
Dude, I've said it before, man. The one thing I always wanted to do was do the Alexander path, like start in Greece and just work my way all the way through down to, like Egypt and stuff.
Done.
Let's do it. Let's all do it on horseback.
No. Well,
we can do it on
No, there's no way we'd fly.
You do it on motorbikes. You just do it on
Oh, that'd be so fucking
I'd
cool.
want to do it. Yeah, I would want to do it. Set a budget for myself, like no more than spending this much per day. Start in Greece and just work my way across the borders. Like, get all my visas and stuff sorted out, and have a rough plan of like, okay, it's going to take 10 days to get from here to here. I've got to be able to maintain some form of lifestyle through
All
that.
right, we'll do it. We'll do a podcast on the way.
How are you going to get?
Just commentating
How
what
are
we
you
see.
going to get more than like 12 hours away from like the family and the work?
To say it's for the podcast. Sorry, babe. It's for the podcast.
See, that would be awesome. Like, do it on motorbikes.
Yeah, man.
Just like get some dirt. Like
Like,
actually,
do it any way
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah,
Motorbikes, buses, hitchhike, any way.
Because I watch a lot of those docos where people go country to country on motorbikes.
On motorbikes, like you and McGregor
Dude, I
and shit?
love it.
A guy I worked
love
with,
it.
A guy I worked with did it. He didn't go through that side of Europe. He went to Alaska one day. This was going back like 20 years. Shit had hit the fan in Australia. Had enough, whatever. He literally sold up a whole bunch of shit, landed in Alaska, and just got off at the airport and
Started touring.
Dude, that was it. He's like, man, he goes, in that situation, you just you freak out. You just fuck. Well, now
you have
what?
to do it.
Now what? He goes, so he went to I went to a pub, went in, got a beer, sat down, just started thinking, all right, what do I do? Asked the landlord at the pub owner or whatever. He's like, oh, do you guys have any rooms? He's like, yeah, we do. We've got rooms for this much. All right, I need a room for this couple of nights. Got any work going? Yeah, I can hook you up with someone with some cheap work. And
That's how it starts.
he just
go
started
from there.
He went through like all of North America, I think.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that and doing like the podcast on the go, like just commentating.
But
shit
that's
that you see.
essentially what I did when I went to Europe in 2009. I sold everything I had. In under 2 weeks, I was gone. I went from Melbourne, I left, quit my job, sold everything, and then other than my car, I lent my car to a mate, and I left and went to Cyprus. I landed in Cyprus with a mate of mine. I don't know anyone in Cyprus. I'm just standing at the airport like, what the fuck am I? I don't even speak the language. Like, okay. And I woke up in a village called Chivisili. This village is so small. It's southern Cyprus. It's so small. Even the Cypriots had no idea what it was. Like, where you living? Chivisili. What the fuck is
Where's
that?
that?
And I'd name like every adjacent town until I'd hit one with like, oh yeah, I know where that is. I'm like, yeah, like 4 Ks from there. And then from there, stayed for a couple of weeks, went to Greece. When I went to Greece, I hustled around for a bit. Then I went to Amsterdam. While I was there, I decided to stop in Germany on the way back, and then blah, 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 blah. 3.5 months
Cool.
later, I'm back in Melbourne. You know?
Yeah, Johnny.
What?
You haven't gone?
You gotta do something like that, man. Come on. Just try.
Yeah, but dude, the guy's got a family.
They
I
can
did
wait. They
that-
can wait.
Dude, I did it 8 years ago.
They can wait.
I was in Europe, end of 2009,
Skype.
2010.
They can Skype.
They can Skype me.
In the middle of like
Face
Finland.
chats.
Put the screen up to her face. Let Daddy kiss her.
You know what, man? I could see that. It'd be the three of us out like somewhere like in ancient Mongolia, like as in. Like, sort of, like, do you know what I mean?
Freezing
Like,
to death?
Yeah, freezing to death. Me and this guy are trying to start a fire with wood. You're sitting there with your phone up in the air
Trying to get reception.
Wi-Fi. It's like,
Johnny, give up. It's not.
trying to get the UFC results. What are you doing? It's like, no, we'll be fine.
I come back with like an animal just dragging it across the thing. We're eating, boys.
He's got like the lettuce in a tin.
Where'd you get those from?
You'd be the cunt
that hides food.
Yeah, he's like in Dumb and Dumber, like, extra gloves. jobs? Yeah, we're in the Rockies.
I love that scene, dude. I love it.
This guy's just like, what, man? He's just eating?
Where'd you get those twisties from?
I've got heaps of packets in my bag. What are you talking about?
I got the family fun size, the bag.
I was listening.
Why'd you tell us? I don't know. I just didn't think you were hungry.
I was listening to that
Haven't eaten in
episode.
4 days.
I didn't know you were hungry. What?
I was listening to the Fallout episode, man. How you said you'd just survive on cans of baked beans,
Yeah.
just tin food,
Yeah.
but you'd have like a lilo out in the middle of the water with
Yep.
just women and cans of tin, just canned food. And eventually you'd run, like you think we're all fools because we're just trying to build a shelter. And then the storm comes, you run out of food, and you're just like, hey,
Boys,
how are you?
room for one more?
Hey, Johnny.
Back off. No, I'm not like that. Don't be mean.
It's still funny, but
I'll take you guys under my wing. I'll look after you.
Oh, mate.
what? Are you joking?
No.
Hey, you remember how I said to you,
With the goddamn pop filter, bitch.
pop filter?
Oh, you mean the muffler?
The muffler.
It's a pop filter.
Muffler.
You know how I said last episode, I was using Fiverr to do all the graphics design and all that sort of shit for the logo. Mm-hmm. And in the end, I did my nutty, and I found that one kid, Hassan, who actually listened and took a week to start, and then just
Totally screwed you.
look, lesson learned: don't use cheap labour from across the road. It was actually him that had.
Don't use guys that look like Indian porn stars. That's the moral of the story.
He was pretty. He's a good kid, man. I feel sorry for him. I did hammer him a bit, but I said, "Look, mate, just forget it. I'll take it from here." And I
You can
did.
do dick.
Well, do you like the logo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But you could have done that.
I did do that.
You did do that.
That was
I did
my
do- I
You're
did
smarter than
do
him.
that.
You're smarter than him, dude.
I did do that. It was actually him that went full circle with the his banner page for his profile. Like you could have a quote under his name, and the quote under his name was, "The sole meaning of life is to serve humanity."
Yeah.
It was actually him. I didn't even realise it was him.
Oh,
I was going
cool.
to tell you, it was actually him that went full circle with it. Mm-hmm. You know what happened? I was reading about yesterday with that plane that crashed at DFO. Yeah, that's fucked, right? Like news, everything just stopped on its head.
Yeah,
I was,
so for
I was
anyone-
right there the day before.
For anyone that
Right
doesn't
there.
know, a light plane crashed into a shopping centre, right, in Essendon? Is that DFO? Yep.
Yeah, what happened was I think an engine failed.
Engine failed, yeah.
And it just stacked into like
And it was they were flying to King Island. And,
4 American tourists
and
and
it was like they were on their dream trip, like Australia, would do some golfing.
Fuck.
it's always that situation.
And
yeah?
the pilot was like a really well-known guy, like really great guy.
Yeah, 60, like 30 years of experience. It was just
Engine
one of those things.
failure.
Engine failure.
You hear of that quite often, those little light planes just crashing? Like
Cessnas and shit.
Dude,
Cessnas, yeah.
I flew from Kabul to Kandahar, right, and then to Baghdad, like in a Cessna. And then a week later, my mate Chris flew, and the wheel fell off.
Oh my
So they had
god.
to bare belly land.
Just like in the sand or whatever.
Dude,
Shh.
he goes, I shit myself.
I would
so
have been
bad.
crying. I would have
hate
been
those
balled up in a
Cessnas.
ball
Yeah,
crying.
I hate those Cessnas, man.
I
They're the
get a
worst.
bit of turbulence and I cry, let alone landing with fucking without a wheel. Oh my god. Oh.
This guy's like, well, the wheel fell off. Pilot's like, we're going to have to do an emergency landing, bare belly. And he's like,
alrighty.
right. Okay.
I would have been sucking my thumb like a baby.
I was looking at that because it was all over the paper. Yeah, like everyone's losing their shit. Oh my god, blah 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 blah.
It's pretty horrible.
Tragedy, yada yada. I'm like, yeah, that is pretty fucked up, right? But then I thought at the same time while I was reading about the news, because you sent the link, I was sitting in front of my computer starting work on the website. So I'm looking at it and I'm still talking to this Pakistani kid, right? I'm like, 5 dead, like fuck, that's shit, yeah. While I'm like texting him, I'm realizing like this kid because. Our correspondence has been staggered because they're 5.5 hours behind us.
Yes.
So it worked out like this guy would be waking up at midnight.
He's from Karachi.
I don't know. I actually didn't get to ask him. I was going to ask him. He'd be getting up at midnight because he had really fucked up hours. He was working through the night basically. I felt bad, man. He'd be working from midnight and I'd be getting up at 5:30 or whatever to go to work here. And I'd be like, mate, and I'd catch him the night before and I'd be like, I'm going to bed. I'll be up in 5.5 hours to review whatever you've done. While I'm reading about that, the DFO thing, I've got his page open, like with messages to him, and it just says, Hassan from Pakistan, la 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 la. So I'm reading about that. I've got DFO, Hassan in my head, and then I've got the Wikipedia page open because I was looking for some fact. I was looking something up, and in Wiki News, this is what I saw. Suicide bombing shrine in Sehwan, Pakistan, 83 killed.
I heard about that.
Suicide bombing in Lahore, Pakistan, 15 people killed.
And nobody's saying that's a
Nobody's
tragedy.
saying-
Oh my god.
No one, is saying
even knows
shit.
about
and I'm
it.
talking to this kid who's in Pakistan.
Yeah, man.
And I'm thinking, fuck, this guy is like working for $50 to do this graphics thing.
Yeah.
And just working round the clock, getting 3 hours sleep. papers are blowing up DFO, 5 people dead on their dream trip. Meanwhile, this kid, that's what I was going to ask him, whereabouts are you? Because literally the 2 news reports that are coming in on Wiki are about suicide bombings, 100 people killed.
You know what?
At a shrine, man.
At a shrine.
It's like...
Whatever.
It's an everyday
occurrence.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Like,
and that's the sad
and
thing,
this is what
that they have
pissed me
to
off.
live like that.
This morning, when I was getting ready to come here, I was just had the news on while I was eating cereal, and they're talking about DFO, obviously, and they're like, the pilot was experienced, yada yada, but he was under investigation. He was investigated 18 months ago for coming too close to some other aviation. It was like an aviation rule. Came too close to another vehicle, like in heavy rain or something. He'd been cleared. He was forced to be retested or something, and he was cleared. But they're bringing it up as something to discuss. You know, like, it's like, dude, he was under investigation 2 years ago. He passed it. He's back on. Like,
trying to make it like
there's some, and then they were saying
something sinister
then they
or
were
something.
saying the whole thing. There's like, there've been a few stacks at this airport, like before, like back in the 70s, like someone else stacked, you know, and killed a couple of
47 years ago.
Yeah, like the area was developed until the government sold it in 2001.
Yeah.
Sold it for development. That's when they built the DFO, blah, blah, blah. You know, is this airport too close to housing, yada, yada. I'm like, dude, do you know what the first thing I thought of when they said that? Is this airport too close to housing for this to be an issue? And housing and commerce? Like, hang on, man. You go to fucking India or Colombia, you always see the fucking planes flying over the slums.
The wheels touching the top of the buildings.
We lost the aerial. We lost the rooster, the wind vane, because the fucking plane clipped it on the way down the runway.
Every day.
Like, 5 people are killed in like a freak fucking accident. It wasn't like terrorist. Oh, and that's the other thing. I saw somewhere the headline, something about a terrorist attack. Like it was an attack. I'm like, dude, a fucking engine blew on a plane. It happens. Like, that every time we get in the car, you run the risk of being in an accident. Like, touch wood, but that's the risks of fucking being in a plane. You take a little Cessna, chances are something may happen.
But it doesn't matter because it's not here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But then I'm reading the news about DFO and I'm talking to this kid Hassan in Pakistan, I'm seeing the news come in, 83 killed in suicide, shrine attack in Pakistan. Then across a bit more in the country, there's another attack. Like, and you cunts are freaking out, oh, is the airport too close to their houses? What the fuck is wrong with you people, man?
It's because it's not here.
Dude, Clayton, my mum's house, Moorabbin Airport, is just around the corner from there. I'd be in the backyard and you'd see planes flying over like that big fucking tree.
Yeah, you
could see them, man. When I'm at my place in Noble, I remember I had one of my mates around there, like when I first moved in, and he's like, okay, what the fuck is that noise? And we went out to the balcony, there was a chopper. Just chasing some cunt like in the blocks around me. The chopper was literally like I could reach out and grab the pilot by the feet.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay. You know, he's right near power lines and trees and apartment buildings. Yeah. That doesn't matter. They're chasing a junkie for, you know.
If that chopper went down, that thing would have been stripped so hard.
Yeah.
Every cunt
would be dead. All the meth labs would blow up.
Yeah.
Just a chain reaction.
It'd be like Grand Theft Auto, like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is that wrong? Like, is that ridiculous?
It is, man, but...
Like Wikipedia, like Wiki News, tiny little fucking paragraph, 83 killed in suicide attack, another 10 killed in suicide attack. Literally, 5 have died in a freak accident, and they're blowing it up like we should move the airport. This is unacceptable. I'm like, come on, man, get your fucking...
Let's show some attention on this and try and fix that. These people dying in attacks and shit.
You think any of these people in Pakistan could ever afford a private plane to King Island to play golf?
No.
These kids in Lahore, you know, like fucking in the streets collecting cans. Yeah. You know what I mean? 5 died in Melbourne. And you know what? They'd probably be sympathetic as well. All the people in the third world countries, they'd all be fucking sympathetic. Like, oh yeah, that's really sad. We're like 80 killed. Nah. Footnote.
They'll be right.
Fucking footnote. A footnote in history. Like, yeah, whatever. That's what shits me the most, man. I swear to God.
But all these terrorist attacks at different countries, you know, like we stand with Paris. Why is it never we stand with Pakistan?
Yeah, Lord.
Hey, that's a great point.
You know what I mean? Like
pray for Pakistan. I've never seen that.
Like, do we ever say that?
We don't.
No, only
we don't.
It's always
pray
Paris.
for Bali because, you know, 3 Australian tourists got killed in an attack.
Pray for Paris was the biggest thing ever. Everyone had it on their Facebook pictures, the France flag.
Dude,
why aren't there Pakistan flags on people's Facebook profiles saying pray for Pakistan?
Because Pakistanis are Muslims.
That's fucked up. I've never even thought about that before.
Point, set, match.
I've never thought about that. I've never thought about that. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
the kind of shit I just sit here and think of, man.
Dude, I'm not even... you know what?
We must be brainwashed like so hard by the media because I didn't even think about it.
How many people died in the Paris attacks? I don't remember.
Well, put it this way: Pakistan's attack just the other day would have.
Well, look, the two that I saw while I was talking to Hassan, the two was like 83 and 10. So, like, say 100 people, and then not including like 250 injured and.
Dude, in Syria, think about all the thousands that have died in Syria lately from terrorist attacks. Where's
every day?
Oh my god.
So there should be pray for Syria, pray for Palestine, pray for Iran. These things should be billboards all over the fucking world, as in like permanent. Pray for Sudan, pray for Algeria, pray for Liberia.
That is such a mind blow, dude.
Pray for Myanmar.
I've never thought of that. Because I'm brainwashed myself,
dude.
Obviously,
pray for Myanmar, like up in Burma. The government just wiping out the villages. You know the last Rambo movie that came out, yeah?
That's a fucking mind blow. Yeah, the last Rambo movie.
The last one. Remember how he goes up there? He goes up there to, like, escort the people to the other side of whatever.
Yeah, through the jungle or whatever.
They're saying how, like, there's nothing that can be done about, like, the government. Like, you know how those villages, people just getting mowed down and shit?
Yeah, just get...
Yeah, that's legit. That's, like, actually a real thing.
Yeah, man. And in Africa as well. Like,
yeah. In Myanmar, there's a big thing. I actually had saved it. I'm just flicking through my screenshots, man. I'd saved it to bring it up with you guys.
Sorry, where's Myanmar, Dimmy?
It's Burma now. It's Myanmar now. It was Burma.
Okay, cool.
So think about like Indonesia, Bali, dude.
Yeah.
It's just not far. Like it's not far, man. Like if you look it up, right? So if you look up distance, Burma, Bali.
A stone's throw. It just comes up a stone's throw.
I'm not even joking, man. It's 5,000 kilometers, man.
It's not far at all.
5,000 Ks.
In the grand scheme of things, nothing.
No. It's like going up to Australia, then coming back. Going up from Cairns down to Tassie, and then going back again. Yeah, something like that. Right? It's nothing. It's literally across the water. And that's Bali, right? Dude, Myanmar's fucked. Like, if you look up there's something going on there now where it's all the minorities that are just getting wiped out. No one's doing anything about it. Like, there's basically a minority group, I think, of Muslims or some form of Buddhists. I had the article saved. I should have brought it up or written it down. I didn't think we'll talk about it. But they're basically like lost refugees. They've got nowhere to go, and they're not recognised in their own country.
That's so fucking sad.
Like, dude. As a people or whatever.
Yeah.
Like their religion, everything is just like, Yeah. So what happens to them? So they're trying to decide for amnesty reasons, like, do we send them to, I think they were talking about going into Bangladesh.
Yep.
Like they're trying to get resettled there. It's like, we don't want them. Do we take them? How do we, like the whole sort of thing.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, people are just getting wiped out. Just like, mass genocide. Like, nah, fuck them. Like, 50 killed today, big deal.
Literally, that's what it's...
People just don't care, like...
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pray for Paris, pray for Belgium. Remember Belgium, Brussels, whatever it was?
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Crazy social media. It was just a blanket, like...
But
you know
like I said, why doesn't anyone say pray for Pakistan?
And like these places like Syria, like you see on the news, like little babies getting pulled out of rubble. No one wants to pray for them. No. Why the fuck not?
Because we did initially, and now it's like, yeah, well, we prayed.
You know why? Because the stigma's gone. It's like, well...
Yeah, we're just used to it, man.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, but I need to do it. You need to remind me. I'd written an article back in like 2007. I'd mentioned it once on a podcast. I said how I was playing pool with my Ukrainian mate, and we were watching... it was like the Olympics. It was the Olympics. I think the Olympics were on. This was going back like a decade. The Olympics are on, and it was Ukraine versus someone else in beach volleyball. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, first of all, there are no beaches in the Ukraine.
Yeah,
just rocks. Secondly, there's no beach volleyball. Like, even if there were beaches, there's no beach volleyball.
They wouldn't be playing volleyball.
And then we looked it up, and the two women representing the Ukraine were Brazilian. Right? They didn't look Ukrainian. They looked Brazilian. They had tans.
They couldn't make the team for Brazil.
Yeah.
So they got different citizenship.
But at the same time, it was when Odessa, like, who was it that got invaded by the Russians?
Yeah, it was...
do you remember? It was like 2006 or something, 2008. It was somewhere there. It was when there was a civil war going on.
Yeah.
In the Ukraine. Yeah, and they were trying to branch off.
Yeah.
And the slash footage, like literally the same time as the beach volleyball was going on. Crimea, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Crimea. While that was going on, cunts were getting bombed in Crimea. Like people, and I remember there was footage of a father holding his like child. His child was dead, and he was just screaming in like total anguish, like just.
As
No
you
words,
would.
just like distraught, like screaming. And it's just like, man, that is so sad. And then I made an article, like I wrote an article about it that day, and the image that I made was a GIF, and it was of a bar. It looked almost exactly like the one we were playing pool in. It was just a bar, like this woman pouring drinks with like a big smile on her face, and behind her there were like these TV monitors, like, you know, they were watching TV in the bar. And the screens were just flickering. I still remember the images I used. I used the one of that man holding his child and crying. I used an image of Tom Cruise winning like some award, and he's like pointing into the crowd.
Oh, with a big smile on his face. Yeah.
Then there was, I think, either Paris Hilton, like from the video, or Kim K from like a porno. And then there was like another thing of terrorism that was going on at the same time. I can't remember what it was, like some other atrocity, you know what I mean? But I've still got that image. It'd be on my computer. I'd have to find it for you. You will die. You will die if you see that image. But it's the truth, man.
Yeah, it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Blew Johnny's mind.
So you're surprised, you know, we don't hear about pray for Pakistan, pray for Lahore or whatever, but, you know, pray for France, pray for Paris, was like, you know.
And everyone jumps on board with that, like everybody, like drones. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but what about these other countries?
Facebook make little pictures and you can put it as a
banner. Yeah, man.
Fuck the world.
Pray for little Hussein. Why not?
Yeah, no, it's fucked, man. They don't care, dude. They don't care. No one cares. It's all crap. We go on about it. Like I feel like we bleed over the same crap a lot of the time, but it's utter frustration, man.
Right in. What do you guys?
I don't mean to be a downer on it.
No. It just doesn't make any sense because, you know,
it doesn't make sense. But it does when you think about it. It does. Like, you know, I just found that thing I said to you guys. You're 18, just tell them they can't tell you what to do anymore, LOL. And this is my parents aren't white.
They're not white, man.
We have to share that, man.
We'll share that.
How old were you when you started reaching autonomy, like, as in decisions like that? Like on anything, with your parents?
I don't know.
Actually, let me ask you a question.
I've always been pretty respectful.
I won't,
Always been a good boy.
Always been a good little lad for the parents.
Good little Johnny.
Actually, that reminds me of something a mate of mine said.
That reminds me of my mate back in high school telling his parents, "Get fucked, Dad.
Hey.
Get the fuck out of my room. My mates are over."
And he was apologising.
Yeah, the dad's, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes." Shuffles out of the room. "Oh, I'm sorry."
Hang on, I got to find this. I'm just scrolling through my messages.
I never would have done that to my dad.
No way, nah.
Hang on, I got to find this.
I was a bit harsh to my mum sometimes.
Dude, I got a mate who texted me the other day, and he's got like the yellow fever. Like he's always after he's always going after Asian girls. Like all his girlfriends have always been Asian and shit. You know what I mean? Like no disrespect, I'm just saying. Yeah. And he
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
like the Asian flavour. Say it.
Mingering?
Dude, I don't mind a bit of
mingering. People always pay me out saying I have yellow fever or such because I don't go out with Aussie girls. And he goes, because I like girls who don't swear at their parents, have some culture and respect. Just picture like Bogan.
That's a bit racist. Come on, mate.
Yeah, but he's an Aussie. He's as Aussie as they come.
Oh, that's all right then.
He's as Aussie as they come. Though. I just thought about it, like, yeah, all the Anglo like kids. Just...
Yeah, I couldn't.
There are some respectful Anglo girls.
Of course there
Come
are.
on, mate.
No, there are. Like, we're not painting everyone with the same brush. But I just pictured the Deros, like just the bogan rat cunts.
Oh, dude, I've seen a lot of it growing up. Yeah, like, mates, like,
Greg, do you want to help me with anything?
Shut up, Dad.
Just, can you go help your mum? Fuck off.
The parents put up with it though. They're just like, okay.
Yeah, what's the sake? Like, actually, I was an ad. Last night I saw a preview on TV, or maybe it was this morning. It was this morning. Some show, some inside documentary coming out on Channel 2. It's about a bunch of Year 12 students, and they get followed around like a reality show for the whole term of Year 12. Insight into the teenager's mind of what they go through, la la la. And there's like
porn.
Yeah, there's like a girl. And she's like doing like a vlog, you know, saying, "Oh, I don't know if I can take this, la la la, I'm struggling." Then there's like a vlog of like a kid with his two parents, and his dad's like, "This is the year you need to knuckle down," and like all that sort of shit. And there's another cunt's like, "If I don't want to go to school, I won't." Like some shit like that. Like,
dude, there was another one on Channel 7 where it was like unruly kids that act like that to their parents. I think there was an Australian one and a British one. And it was like those type of kids, just no respect for their parents, and they'd get sent away to like a really strict household.
Oh, the camp thing.
It was just it was to another family. With like
but
really
the other family
parents.
are cunts.
Yeah, they're like, they're like, you don't fucking.
I've seen that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it was called.
Can you see like dude, I'm just at the door with the smoke. It's like they bring this cut in. He's got like tats and like spaces, tunnels in his ears.
Sit down.
Yeah, and he's just looking around like, no, is this the place? Like, listen, mate, you want to live here?
Yeah, the parents are like Leopold from Simpsons. You little shits.
Listen up, you little freaks.
Exactly. Man.
The fun stops here.
And always,
This one teacher you're not going to screw with.
and always, dude, always at the end of the show, like the kids would have turned their tune. They're like, okay, I'm respectful now. I'm like, I see what it's like, and I'm going to be nice to my
What
parents.
happened when the camera switched off?
Oh, dude, it's full
I think
bullshit.
they hand him a check and he just walks away. That's it.
Thank you for pretending to be good. There you go. Leopold, here he comes.
Leopold. All right, you listen up, you little freaks. Fun stops here. You're gonna shut your stinking tracks and behave, damn it. This is one substitute you're not gonna screw. Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson. Ned Flanders.
Leopold is the biggest shit cunt ever, man.
And he's only in like two scenes, I think.
That's it, 2 scenes.
Look what you did to him, you little freaks.
We were watching it a week ago when the van died man, up North Road.
There you go, I made Gumby for you.
What'd you do?
Nick just made out of a snake Gumby. And it looks exactly like Gumby.
Take a photo.
I'm gonna put that on Instagram.
Yeah, that's worth putting on Instagram, man.
That's gram-worthy.
This is what we do.
He makes
Dude, you even got his little mouth like the same. Where's my phone? I need to take a photo. It's over on the stereo. Leave it there. I'm going to take a photo of that after. That's Gumby. I love Gumby.
I knew.
Now you need to make his horse Pokey, please.
Pokey's a stretch. Pokey's a stretch.
That's awesome, dude. That's very creative.
Thanks, man.
Trollman's creative.